NFL side. They trying to force it down your throat. Like, we also open up. Yeah, please tell me. No, I'm going to open. You want me? You go ahead. You can open up the camera. Yeah, what picture you want me to open up with? I'll read it. The open. Huh? Open the side way. My bad. Con. All right. We on live, right? All right. Shalom. All right. Turn to the east. We give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakadash. All right, we give double honor to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, for teaching us the truth, 100% securely. We give a salutation to the man out there on highways and byways, for teaching us the truth, 100% securely. All right, we give a salutation to the Akim and Aqua who are listening and studying to show ourselves approved. Okay, so this is another proper sign of Babylon the Great, America. All right, and pretty much what's going on in society, pretty much what it be titled this headed is America is darkened. The joy of Americans is darkened. Okay, the things that's going on with Donald Trump, okay, aka all right, he's destroying America right before us. Okay, right before what doing to the society of America. All right, one particular instance is how people's medicine is not going to be getting delivered to their doorstep. Okay, all right, and so you got the prices is rising up. All right, you got all of these things that's happening in America, and it's going to destroy this economy. Okay, and so what's getting ready to happen is going to have seditions among men. All right, so you got the open precept option. Yeah, I got it. All right.
I'm gonna start at 9. It says, "They shall not drink wine with the song. Strong drink shall be bitter unto them that drink it." Going into like, hey man, this place is through. Like usually you drink wine and you be happy dancing around. Now people drinking wine just to like calm themselves down and to get over because they know all hell is breaking loose and they can't cope with things. Verse 10 it says, "The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in." It says, "There shall be crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone."
Right. And it said the city confusion, all right, shall be broken down. And that's what America right there, the city of confusion, America. All right, America, aka Babylon the Great. And now they're being broke down. Okay, so you name a few things. Okay, you got Edomite against Edomite. And what Yahweh Shah say about, when Satan shall be against Satan, that kingdom shall not stand. Loosely paraphrasing. And that's what you're seeing in this society. Okay, and then it said the joy of the darkness shall the joy shall be darkness. So that means the people in this society is mourning. And what's that precept in Proverbs 29:2 when it says the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. All right, and that's what you're seeing in every day right now, man. A lot of people are mourning. Okay, they're going into Congress and they're complaining. They're complaining about why hey, we need to change it. We need to get Donald Trump out of office. But they don't realize that Yahweh Shah is the one that set up these ailment in America, aka Babylon the Great. He set up this. This is everything that's going on is in the hands of Yahweh Shah. He's the one that's bringing this society down, man.
I'm gonna elaborate on what you said. We talk about the townhomes being heated because it is happening and at a high clip too. Like they're at the townhomes arguing. Like I didn't vote for this. Like really you did because you wanted Donald Trump, but they thought Donald Trump pretty much played him. He pretty much played him, said he's gonna do this, but he's doing something else. And now I think Esau Edom with the so-called white man are starting to understand that Donald Trump he's collapsing Babylon the Great. He's destroying it. And that goes against what was his trademark, make America great again. Yep. They like, no, you ain't making it great, you're making us worse. You're isolating us. We talking about them trade wars, you're isolated. And what's gonna happen when they really gonna feel it, I'm gonna bring this out, is when that famine hit, when that lack of bread hit, because the trade wars is not only affecting the merchandise, it's also affecting the food that's being brought into Babylon the Great. They're losing trading partners. and it's gonna be real major and big, and really that's happened because the Lord called for a payment. I'm gonna bring this out right here. This is Psalms 105:16. Moreover, he called for a famine upon the land. He break the whole staff of bread. So the Lord right now, he's making good on that precept. That he's breaking the staff of bread. He's just using Donald Trump and his administration to do it. And now Esau, now they're starting to feel powerless. You know, usually Edomites get their way. They got privilege. You know, everything goes in their favor. It's going in their favor. Now they're starting to realize that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is now starting to look upon us. You know, and he's making good on us. He's making inquisition on Esau. And so now this is going to be the sorrows because you got a lot of Jacobs not in this truth. They're not in the house of David. So they're going to get the same thing Esau going to get. And that's going to be a lot of sorrows, and it's going to be heavy. It's so heavy that when I go to my jobs, like one of my jobs, I can feel the despair and the sorrow of them Edomites. I can feel it. Mm-hmm. So I got to put a lesson on to get my spirit right, so I don't be feeling that depression spirit. It's a depression spirit in my job right now. Mm-hmm. They say we're going to the Great Depression. Yep. I can feel that already on the people. Like I said earlier, you can see it. People ain't really like partying like they used to. Drug abuse is up. That's why homelessness is up. And people looking for escape because this place is not no more called tender and delicate. It ain't good no more.
All right. If you really think about that, to elaborate on your part when you said drug abuse is up, if you really go back to that tariff war when it said Hong Kong is about to stop all medication packages to get delivered to the United States. And see, and that's what in that video that was shared in the group chat was a doctor, a nurse that was complaining to Congress, and she was saying that 90% of the medication come from Hong Kong. So you know what that tells, right? And so going back to the when he said that the drug abuse, imagine what's gonna happen when they're not able to get their medication. These people are gonna bug out. They're gonna do any and everything just to try to get their medication, man. You ever seen a fiend that ain't had no money just to chase that high? They steal from their own mama. So imagine what it's gonna be like when you have 10,000 people that's like that. Man, it's gonna be chaos in here in America, aka Babylon the Great, man.
Hey, one of the things in Project 2025 to show that this all been planned about a month ago when Trump said that they're gonna start cutting Medicaid and Medicare and all that. Yep. People just started freaking out over that because they know what that details. Now that China, they realize that the tariff is one of the things that's going to push it along. You know, because that video, it ain't widespread yet. Give it a week. Yeah. When everybody know, we'll see. You think anxiety is high now? Wait till next week when it become common knowledge that that's it.
And that's why when you how about you outside, you put us watchmen out there. We coming out here to forewarn you of these things. Okay, and just like you said, give it about a week. But when you actually pay attention to the article, it literally said that Hong Kong gonna stop all shipments on April 27th. So we're basically gonna watch and see what's gonna happen. And if it do take effect, then we know that the sedition among men is on the way. All right. As soon as you see that, as soon as you see Hong Kong not delivering packages, you know they're gonna stop all packages cutting against American Babylon the Great. That's when you need to be on your P's and Q's, okay? You need to be applying these scriptures. And then we ain't talking about the people of the world because we know they ain't gonna get it. They're gonna get destroyed. This is for the remnant, okay? The hopeful elect out there that basically tune in every day and night, man. Okay? This is for you. You need to tune in. You need to apply scriptures like 1 Peter 5:8. Okay? Be sober, be vigilant. Okay, because the adversary, the devil, has one line walking about seeking whom he may devour. You need to apply that. Okay, walk circumspectly, because these are the things about to hit right here in America, aka Babylon the Great. It's gonna be right at your doorstep, man.
I think it was either Apostle Jahar or Gabar. They came out and they say this every year. This is the time where Esau is seeking blood. It's the 13 days. May the 1st is the last day. So I think it's like April the 21st all the way up to the 1st, the 13 days. This is when they always have some type of mass casualty where Esau is seeking blood, because on May 1st is the day that basically the Illuminati was established in 1776.
That's what in the scripture you call that spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
And for 2 weeks, I think it's from it's either 21st or 23rd. One of the elder apostles did a lesson on it already this week, and they go into it every year, but it's always some type of mass casualty, and essentially it's just Esau causing death because they behind the scenes doing their little bullshit ass, wicked ass rituals, but they need that blood for the sacrifice.
Just like if Hong Kong stopped the medicine, people with real ailments, hey, they're gonna be out. They're gonna be out in the cold. They're gonna die. Just like shit, you got diabetes, you ain't gonna get your insulin. You don't got no insulin, your shit get too high or too low, you fucked. Right. Like you through. Hey. Shit, you got high blood pressure, you got cancer, you need some little cancer treatments, and you don't got none of that, you done.
Go back to Luigi, that's the reason why he did over his little medication. I think it's him or his mother. There's gonna be a whole bunch of Luigis coming at the end of this month.
That's what I was going to talk about. It's going to be a lot of mass casualties. This might not give people the medication you got to book to.
And that's what you got to think about with people that have their loved one that they just adore. Imagine what those people going to be like.
Grab that thing.
Hey, that's it. And that's what the scripture says. There shall be seditions among men, invading one another. You got people that, because we just talk about the people that's in substance abuse. We ain't talking about the people that's actually sober that'll do anything just to save their grandma, big mama. We ain't talking about them people.
That's sorrow.
Yeah.
You just lost a loved one over irresponsibility of administration.
God.
So if it was regular, they just take it like, okay, it was nothing we could do. But my mom died because you wanted to do a trade war.
Yep.
I got a problem with you.
That's why I said they should not regard their kings nor princes. They're gonna be out there with pitchforks in the street. And like they tried to make it a law somewhere. I think it was in Alabama that you can't protest like in downtown or around like neighborhoods because they went to the mayor or the city council's house and were protesting outside their house. Say all that happened. Hey, they're gonna disregard that. They're gonna be right in front of shit Trump and Elon. Where you at? Nigga, get up out of here. Man, come on. And it's gonna be the streets are gonna be filled with blood. The scriptures say dead bodies shall lie in the streets. There was figuratively and literally, man. Soon when our hell break loose, the scripture said it's gonna be dead bodies in the street like dung. There's gonna be a lot of death out here.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this out since we already quoted it. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15. We'll start at verse 10. And it said, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter." And they said, "My people." He's talking about Yasser Allah. Okay, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel is gonna be led as a flock to the slaughter because they're not out here. They're not paying attention to what's going on. Okay, as a matter of fact, they're shunning the men out on the corner. Okay, they out here saying that we're a false prophet. Okay, so that's why they're gonna be led to the flock to the slaughter. And it says, "Now will suffer them no more to dwell in the land of Egypt." All right. So the Lord Yahweh Yahushua said He tired of this shit. He about to rain terror on this place. He about to bring this shit down. It's about to be fired. All right, literal fire and physically, which is basically going into adversity. And in verse 11. And he says, "And I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before." Okay? And you smite Egypt with plagues as before. We know what happened to ancient Egypt. Okay? There was famine. There was tradition among men during those times. Right?
I got one to back you up real quick. This is Matthew 24, classic and 7. It says, "And nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence, earthquakes and earthquakes in diverse places, and all these are the beginnings of sorrows."
And they said all these are the beginning of sorrows. So now with all these reports, we see in the beginning. All right, we see in the beginning. It shouldn't be rocket science to you. When you pay attention, when you turn on the news, there's always something going on. America, aka Babylon the Great, Esau, even so-called white men, always got their hands in somebody else's pocket. This always they doing something. They can't never keep in their own house, as the scripture says. Okay, and so now they're creating the beginning of sorrow. And you notice how the scripture says nation against nation. that means civil war right there. All right, that means there's gonna be infighting among America and Babylon the Great. Okay, if you really think about that most recent case that went viral with that Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony, okay, they started up they gonna start up tradition among men. Everything that you seeing is all happening all at once. And how about you outside said he's gonna bring no plague. And that's what he's doing.
White lives matter against black lives matter.
Yeah.
Waiting on ding the matchup, waiting on to kick off. That's gonna be like you said earlier. That's gonna be dead bodies in the street. You know, you gonna see it. And then you put them on TikTok.
And then you put an article with Austin Metcalf went and destroyed a white protester. That was the article you put in the group chat where Austin Metcalf died.
Yeah.
So that right there, that's basically Edomite against Edomite right there. You know? And that's what we telling you, man. The Egyptian against Egyptian when you read Isaiah the 19th chapter. Okay? So we got so-called blacks against the white. You're gonna see white on white crime. All right. You're gonna see, the 2/3 dates are gonna get destroyed. You're gonna see all of those things happening, man. And so I want to read that. I'm gonna finish this off with Ezekiel. 2nd Ezra 15:11. I'm gonna finish it off, and it said, "I will bring the plague. I will bring the plague with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plague as before, and I will destroy the land thereof." All right. And then actually in verse 12 is a good point too, because it said, "Egypt shall mourn." Okay, and that's what we see. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh by y'all shall bring upon it.
So when you say Egypt shall mourn, they mourning right now. If you look at the modern day Egyptian is an Edomite, so-called white man. They're in mourning right now. They see their country about to go down. They see it about to happen. They plead with Jake, "Hey, come protest with us." Jake said, "I ain't protesting with you." So now they doing it themselves. They got the White Lives Matter, that whole situation. So you can just tell this place is about to go, man. It's no longer tender delicate. Nobody wants to travel here. Nobody wants to trade with this place. And now we're just looking at the effects. It started right now, but it's gonna get way worse than this as it just takes hold, man. It's like gonna be a bloodbath summer. Look for that as it started to get hot. Jake acting fool in the heat. Esau can't take the heat. So it's going to be a bad summer. They already got the protest kicking up. We're just waiting on the fighting to start. Let gas go to like $5-6 a gallon.
Man.
And we already people already hurt. You got mass layoffs happening. People get laid off from their job. That's going to lead to a shortage of food, money.
Get kicked out of their house.
Yep, people losing their home. That's them sorrows we talking about, man. It's just started. They're replacing them with AI. That's nothing gonna make people mad. They talking about automation, robots. You think Esau gonna take that lightly? You replace me with a robot? Now I can't even feed my family.
Right. I got one to back you up. This is Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, the strong men shall bow themselves. The grinding shall cease because there are few, and those that look out the windows. Those that look out the window be darkened.
Man. Look out that window be darkened, man. No future. It's dark. I don't see a future. He said the grinding shall cease. Why the grinding shall cease? Because they're going to lay off people. And then when they do layoffs, like the ones that's left, they want you to do like 3 or 4 jobs. They're going to get burnt out, get mad. Like, man, I ain't about to run this machine, that machine. Better hire some heads. Like, no, we ain't doing that. We cutting down. So then they going to end up leaving. They got a whole thing on TikTok right now. I quit my job. It's like a trend right now. People brag about quitting their jobs. Then the layoffs come, and that's when that universal basic income gonna come in like a superhero. And that's when that MOTB gonna be, it's gonna be marketed to the people. Like, you ain't got no money, you ain't got no money to take care of your people. Oh, I got you, man. What they gonna call it? They can probably call it the new founding fathers, like something off the purge. Yeah. They gonna come with a new government. Trump gonna probably be the head of it. Everybody gonna think, oh yeah, we saved, man, they saved us. And they gonna get it not knowing that's your damnation right there. That was the whole plot.
That's when the wiles of the devil about to come in, because when you go to that word wiles, it goes into the strategies of the devil, and that's what they're trying to do. And one of their strategies is order out of chaos. They're creating the chaos, and then they're going to establish the order.
Not to mention all these stores are going to close down. from the people quitting their jobs and the tariffs knocking stores off. It's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be like a monopoly. It's gonna be like one big store or something that everybody got to go to, probably like a Walmart or something, and then everybody just get funneled in there. And that goes into this next precept is verse 4. This verse 4 of Ecclesiastes 12, and it reads, the door shall be shut in the streets. That goes into all these stores that's closing down and the things that's going to happen. When the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Say, he that shall rise up at the voice of the bird. That's your alarm. You ringing. You waking up at 5, 3, 4 in the morning before the birds rise. That's you going into work. You're like, that's going to be brought low. That's going to be cut down. People ain't going to be doing that no more. They're going to wake up to an alarm and then start clocking bullets in their gun. Like, it's time to work this way. And like,
I got to steal, kill, and destroy.
Yeah,
I got a point to back up what Kadar just said when he was saying that there's only going to be one store. I just seen the advertisement. They got a new store. It's called government. It's essentially the government. They basically start their own Amazon.
No, it's over with. That's a big store.
Mm-hmm. They want everything. One government, one church, one store, and then they want to make it easy for them to track you all the way through.
Man. One restaurant might be like Demolition Man. Taco Bell,
only one
open. And that's gonna bring sorrow. People used to going to eaters. You can't go to IHOP no more. You can't go to Olive Garden no more. That's gonna bring depression.
You don't got no choices.
Yeah, you got Taco Bell. That's depressing in itself.
See, that's why people are fat here in America, because they got too many choices. Like when you eat boring, you get healthy. People like, oh, that's boring just to eat one thing or eat this and that and this. And that's gonna happen today's. And as the time goes on.
That's what they call comfort food.
Mm-hmm. And so you say comfort food, like Babylonians eat to bring comfort. When they get taken away, it's gonna be sorry. Like I said, they're gonna be locking and loading and trying to, take somebody else's food. Like, oh, I smell pancakes over there. I had pancakes 2 months. You're gonna have they're gonna put their mask. They're gonna have little militia groups. Now you like, what's what they call it? They got the mask on and stuff, and the fatigue. Yeah, they got the paint. They're gonna be doing that to take people food, man. You got to defend your stuff, and that's gonna be, like I said, it's chaos. So he's talking about, okay, I gotta establish some order. They're just gonna call in them UN troops, UN peacekeeper troops, gonna come in. They're gonna establish a whole new order. They're gonna funnel people into the 15-minute cities. Everybody gonna think they safe. They're gonna think they good now. They're gonna be these little bitty apartments, little cubicles, and they go to MOTB, and that's what Esau want. And the Edomites, that's all about liberty and the Constitution. They're not gonna go for that. They've been living off of freedom. Like, I all gotta be free. They like to eat pork. They like to have all their little stuff. They're not gonna take that. They're gonna fight back. So it's gonna be a whole lot of infighting just to get this beast system off the ground. And the beasts ain't gonna last that long. But you got Yahushua coming right behind it. So everything Esau doing right now is gonna be very short-lived. But yet he gotta do it, because it's in his plans, in his books. He gotta destroy the children of Israel, because really they're afraid of Yahushua.
And that's that. When you said that peace and safety, this is First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3, and it said, "For when they shall say peace and safety," and when Esau Edom set up that MOTB system, that's when they're gonna feel like it's safe, And then it said, "Then sudden destruction come upon them as to veil upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." All right, and so Yahushua is gonna rain terror on Esau Edom kingdom, man. There's another precept in I believe it's Job the 20th chapter, where it talked about when he's about to fill his belly, right? When he's about to fill his belly, I think it's Job chapter 20 and 23. Job 20 and 23, and it says, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahushua shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and he shall rain it upon him while he is eating. All right, and this is when Esau Edom felt like he got this, because he got a God complex, and that's the problem with him. He got a God complex. He feel like he can recreate what Yahushua created. He feel like he can do better, and that's why he said he sitteth on the temple as Yahushua, showing himself he is Yahushua. This is what these devils have done and throughout the whole world. All right, and so now we're gonna see the real power. The real power about to take these devils out of power, man.
That's why the scripture said, when he ceased to spoil, he should be spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's gonna like that's going into the nations, and also whenever the Lord comes back. When Esau, he don't think he filled his belly. Yeah, I'm done. I didn't gain the whole world. They got him under my system. The Lord about to come and spoil this devil, man. He's gonna destroy him. Take him right off within the hour.
And that's the gospel. That's the good news. This is what we waiting for, man.
Yeah, like I'm saying, he not gonna be able to finish. Is what the Lord's letting us know. Like the Lord gonna finish, Esau not gonna finish. Esau gonna start it, but he ain't gonna finish it. You know, Yahweh Shah is gonna finish it using the children of Israel. That's what's gonna happen.
The author and the finisher of our faith. You got
it. Esau created COINTELPRO basically to keep us, because he was scared that if we don't keep his thumb on us, that a Messiah would rise up out of us. And that's what he's scared of, right? But this truth that we're doing, he's doing everything he can to keep control of the situation, but he can't keep control of us because we're in the spirit. Mm-hmm. And he sees that as long as we keep ourselves occupied in the truth, that essentially it's going to be a Messiah that rises up. But you know, it's just going to be basically how we coming back. But that's what he fears the most. You know, that's why he's going to come down with great wrath. He's going to come against us to the point where he has to get us off the streets.
Yeah, that goes to that.
Our shots in the spirit world.
Yeah,
he can't do a headshot on it. There's nothing he can do.
That goes to that precept in the Revelation, the 12th chapter, about 17 verse, when it says and the devil saw that he was cast out in the earth, and he said he meant to make war with the remnant of her seed. That the war that woman was going into Yasharala, the remnant, those who prophesied and basically praying for Yahweh Shah to come back and destroy Esau's kingdom. Okay, and so that's why he said they're going to prosecute the woman with bringing forth a man child. You know,
and they're gonna be mad at us because their kingdom being destroyed.
Yep.
They got to put the blame on somebody. They're gonna put the blame on Yasharala. See, if you just went into slavery and let me whip your back and pick my crops for free, my country could have thrived. Really, when you think about it, Akim, that's the only time really Babylon Great thrived was when they had their free labor.
Yeah.
Since they lost free labor, everything done like slowly went down and been decrepit because it shows that you're not a good businessman. You just had a good head start and you had free labor. Now we're at the end of that. What, 20 years later?
Yeah.
Now you got to where your skills at, homie. Where's the negotiation skills? Like Trump brag about. Like these other countries want to deal with you. There's nothing good about you. You thrive off of your sword, like the Lord said you would live off of. You use your sword to put children of Israel in captivity. You balled out off of our labor. Now that you had to break the yoke off our necks, he don't want to do that. Just like his forefather Esau. What did Esau say? When the days of my father's morning are up, I was a slave my brother Jacob. Esau's gonna be in that same exact spirit. Like, okay, I'm just gonna get Yasharala. Like they wouldn't let me rule over them. I couldn't beat your back with a whip. You wouldn't pick my cotton and my crop. So let's just unalive them. And they're gonna be all cool with that. They started right now with another tribe. Oh, they kick you out. I want to kick you out. So they started with Issachar, Ephraim. You know, the northern tribes, Asher, Naphtali, you know, the Venezuelans, all of them. They started with them. And now he's making legislation to get rid of the 14th Amendment. That way he can attack everybody. They come to the southern tribe, Judah. When he comes for Judah, hey, we already know it's going to be game time for your butt. Yeah. So we kind of inviting it, like, go on with it. You know, we've been in his word and his truth. You know, we've been made fat with the truth. We ready to box with you. We ready to heavyweight. So we don't care what Esau about to do. Like, Esau right now to me is like a child that done lost. And now he's just kicking around throwing a fit and a tantrum. And that's what he's doing right now. And, you know, hey, watch this devil. We want to get Froggy, man. Just give what he done deserved, what he earned.
And that's what you really think about is like that's what that slogan that Trump Nero basically set up, MAGA, make America great again. That's what they really want, you know. And when we try to tell Jake that, they don't want to hear it. And they say we the false prophets. I said, all right. And then what Yahweh Shah said, he said, if any man with it, I should not have reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. So he gonna allow Esau Edom to slay them, you know, them bug out that's over here coming up against his ministry, you know.
I want to get there too. So we talk about mega a lot because that's very prophetic in the scriptures. Because the Lord said they would try to build back and he's just gonna throw down. He's throwing down too, majorly. I'm looking at Esau like he can't get nothing right. Like, and the worst move they could have ever made was putting Donald Trump in office. Which we was like, go ahead, you know, we going up the red carpet like, get that dude. We know what he gonna do, you know. So that ain't looking stupid. You know, they walking on eggshells. They feeling real dumb. So I'm gonna pour this out right here. This is Malachi 1:3 that says, I hated Esau and laid his mountains and heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we return to build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people whom the Lord hath indignation forever.
And hey, all the nations are realizing Esau was wicked. They looking at this devil like, man, you the problem of the earth, man. You the cancer of the earth. Like we was listening to a lesson with Elder Malcolm this morning. He was talking like the Japanese was holding their nuts on Trump. They was like, hey man, hell no, nah. You can't be diplomatic with them. You can't be diplomatic with somebody who's already that's gonna be fucked up against you. You gotta come hard. And I was like, damn. And like shit, it was like Japanese is doing that. Yeah. After they got bombed and been under Esau wing, they holding their nuts now. Like that's crazy.
Man. And I heard Japan and South Korea is now buddying up to China. Mm-hmm. So I think there's something they say called the Three Dragons.
Yeah, the Three Dragons.
Yeah. So that's about to come against Esau, man. That's what's about to happen. And see, all he had to do was do good diplomacy and negotiation, and that'll never happen. Mm-hmm. You deal treacherously with people, then you put in the worst possible candidate in Babylon the Great ever. You go get a Donald Trump, who's a bully, he's obnoxious. Yep. Like his own people don't even like him. Europeans don't like Donald Trump. So now we see why the beast gonna hate the war. Esau can't stand Esau no more. Like, you bring this old orange, deplorable, non-talking dude over here. You know what I'm saying? All that. Europe got women presidents. Trump is like, I grabbed him by that box. You know what I'm saying? And they like, man, I don't like this dude. He's uncultured. They over there eating, drinking tea and crumpets. Over there, they you bring in a Trump, he all big, orange, and loud, and he want everything, and he want McDonald's, want to golf. You know what I'm saying? And he just loud. He almost like he's the original nigga. He like a nigga. He got multiple baby mamas. He's a 34-time felon. He come in, he loud. So he worse than us. They're like, oh, fuck this nigga in here. He come in, he orange, he loud. Trump is bad. God. Oh, I said like it's the dang Super Bowl. Yeah, they don't like him. And Trump is like, the more we don't like him, the more he be more, of a nigga. The more loud he get, the more he be getting to bumping people, shoulder bumping them, and he all America this and that, and I'll blow your shit whole country out the water. So they all them things like we gotta get rid of them, man. Like, nah, man, America ain't that no more. Look what they look at America like dumb. Mm-hmm. I heard it was a European dude. I think he was like they economic dude or something like that. But he was like, America's very stupid. They let the Donald Trump as president, and they started going off. He a 34-time felon. What type of country does that? He's talking about how he can't speak good, and man, they just going in on Babylon the Great. And I was like, hey, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. They ain't talking about, we got to get at my job. They talking about they need to talk about getting impeachment. So now they want him out of there. I'm like, bro, you ain't getting him out of there, man. He in there. He situated hard in the office. He in there good. Yeah, he's stuck in there good. By the time they get him out, the damage gonna be done. It's already done now. Sorrow is starting to build up. They in sorrow, depression. And I like how the Lord did it, because you can't get mad at me about it. Like if my job had a Moabite get mad at me, because everybody was depressed and all down, I'm still kind of happy and cool. And he told me, I ain't American. I looked at him like, you damn straight. You know what I'm saying? Hey. And I'm just looking, pissing me off these heathens. I'm like, how you gonna get mad at me? Did I put Donald Trump in office? I didn't roll with that dude. Y'all wanted him. So don't get mad at me when the results come in. So that just let me know Jacob Trouble is gonna come, because everybody gonna find a way to blame us, because we don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. Like you look at TikTok, you look at YouTube, that's the whole theme of Jake. Jake up there where them fans at. Jake dancing part. Yeah. They don't give a damn. Yeah. We don't care anymore. This is your shit, you fix it. And Esau ain't good at fixing his own shit. They used to Jake fixing their problems. Eve fixed it. Eve like, shit, I don't give a damn. Y'all didn't did this, did that. And I'm like, when you lost Eve as a partner, they let me know you really lost your power.
Hey. You know the divorce rate is high up with Eve, so she didn't divorce Esau.
Yeah, and now he ain't got no power no more. That was his power. Was Eve. Eve did everything for Esau. She kept the Israelite man in check. She made sure the household was all ravished. I'm just talking about, the wicked Eve. I ain't talking about you righteous sisters out there, the few of y'all, But Eve was a very good component for Esau's rulership because she kept us down. So when I look at Eve, no longer want to serve Esau, let me know he done lost the whole narrative. That's why he's more panicking. Like, oh shit, Eve talking to Eve is a terror. So the energy she brought to us, she now bringing to Esau, and he ain't gonna be able to handle that. Esau is simp. Hey. He ain't gonna handle Eve cussing him out. They gonna unlock Eve. Right. Then you gonna make little Ray get mad. He gonna pull out that switch. You know how Jake feel about his mama. Oh yeah. So Esau, like you can see the destruction building up. Like, hey man, it's not good for you, Esau.
Hey, we say this all the time. Like Esau is the spirit of Cain. But when Yahweh start put that curse on Cain, he said all of these is more than I can bear. And that's basically what you said Esau is right there.
He said he'll be a vagabond in the earth, man. That's like a fugitive, man. Right. And now everybody is finding out, hey nigga, you the one who stole, and you the one who did this and that, nigga. And now he can't bear it. Everybody is with their pitchforks at this nigga.
It literally said a fugitive and a vagabond. If you really think about it, like when somebody is a fugitive, they can't use their own name. And that goes back to those people who claiming that they are Yahshua. They're not using their own true identity. And that's how you know that these are the people that's in the spirit of Cain right there.
And that's how you know Babylon is about to fall. He's a fugitive and a vagabond. Hey, say a fugitive like a nigga that killed your mama or some shit, nigga, and you find out that's him, and with the mask off, hey, you got to come for that nigga, man.
Yep.
And like all these other nations are coming for Esau right now. And that's why all these nations are holding their nuts on them and trying to and gearing up for war, trade wars, physical real war, all kind of wars, man. I got a quick one too, and that's why this place is about to get destroyed. This is Revelation 17 and I think it's 16. Let's see. No, go ahead. You can do it first.
Because I got this preacher that's gonna back you up right here, Kadarka. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. Because he's going into all the other nations and coming up against Babylon. Okay, and he said, proclaim this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say I am strong. And the Bucks just broke that down. You see, you got China, Japan, Hong Kong coming up against America, all right? And that's the weak thing I am strong.
This is Revelation 17 and 16. It says, and the 10 horns which thou hast saw upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Man, that goes into nuclear missiles, man. That goes into war right there. And it says, for Yahweh have put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the word of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. But the point was in 16, man. This place is gonna get burnt with fire, man. This place is gonna be destroyed. The joy is darkened. Everybody even know it. People feel it that World War III is on the way, man. People feel it. It's like something big around the corner that's got to just like rock this place and shake it, man.
And then a couple of both the priests y'all brought out. That's why Esau's feeling that sorrow, because he's used to being loved and championed. He used to being pure and good. Everybody looked at Esau as the standard. Now Esau is the standard of bullshit.
Shameful spewings on the glory.
So now he's went back to what he really is. He's the base man. He's the floor. Don't nobody want to be Edomite no more. They tanning their skin. You got Edomites putting stuff, braids in their head. They trying to be like Eve. It's not good to be an Edomite anymore. So now everybody's putting that off, and that's why Esau feeling it, because now nobody loves him. I did a lesson where Edomite talking about that. He said, I don't feel safe. People don't feel safe, and we need to talk. He talking about having like self-talks to try to big up their self-esteem, because everybody hates them right now. Everybody trashing Esau, all the heathen nations, and what it's going to lead to when your preachers y'all put out, it's going to lead to war. Like everybody ready to smash on Esau. Like, hey man, I got an AR-15 too, homie. Like that preacher you put out, like retail pruning hood. First it was agriculture. Everybody's just working on, agriculture, getting crop together. Now they're like, man, forget all that, man. Get the AR-15, get that Dirty Harry. Hey, the Vietnamese putting their little bandanas on, they face paint. You know, you got Japan putting their stuff on, their samurai girl getting their sword katana. You know what I'm saying?
Russians over there drinking they liquor, got their AK-47 nigga getting ready, slapping each other nigga like this.
Looking at this hookah swap. You know how they do. They hit their little mugs and like in that Viking spirit, man. Everybody getting ready for war to fight Esau because all the treachery that Babylon the Great done get is Babylonians. That's another. Everybody uniting against Babylon the Great, America. Europeans don't like this place. You brought a precept for that. Japan, they losing allies. Japan, South Korea, China. They even losing Canada and Mexico. I'm like, homie, that's your neighbors. Your neighbors don't like you. You know, they gonna open up the gate. Like, oh yeah, China, yeah, you want to get them? Okay, yeah. They talking about getting rid of my drugs and my cartels. Cartels ain't like you, Babylon. I'm like, hold up, that's your little homies. How you gonna go against your little homies? They know the whole working of your mansion, how you get down, will eat.
Yeah, you've been funding them for years, and now you trying to take them.
That's dumb. That shows their wisdom is gone. You can't sit here and announce in the public you're gonna get rid of your little homies, and your little homies are gonna take heed. Or you gonna do that? I'm gonna put this in your drugs, and get rid of your citizens like that. Or I got the keys to your substation. I can shut down your electrical grid. Or I got the key. I know where your citizens is at. He borrowed for me. I'm gonna just catch him in this little, what they call it, a convoy. I'm gonna catch him up like that and RPG that sucker. That's the cartels. We work for you. Now you gonna cut us off? Oh no! And they done gave them all kinds of military equipment. So that's gonna be. It's too many enemies for Babylon the Great to survive. They done made too many enemies with everybody, and it's all gonna be bad for them.
They're spread thin. That was just what happened to the fall of Rome, and it's happening now. You got to fight too many wars on too many different fronts. And it's not going to work. Babylon the Great is through.
You got enemies within here. We don't like Esau. I'm gonna bring this up too, real quick. Shalom, Jeremiah Gabar. Hey, y'all subscribe to that brother.
Shalom,
He put this up right here because this show was about to happen. This is Jeremiah 49:17. He says, also Edom, the so-called white man, should be a desolation. Everyone that goes by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. Verse 18, as in the overthrow son of Gomorrah, the neighbor cities thereof, said the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall the Son of Man dwell in it. So there goes that nuclear destruction talking about. The Lord said, I'm going to overthrow it like I did Sodom and Gomorrah. It'll be fire out the sky. There's going to be cruise missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, hypersonic missiles, going to hit this place and blow it up. Based on what? All the iniquity that reached up to the Most High, man. They never did right by the children of Israel. They never gave up 40 acres of the mule. No reparations, unaliving, doing redlining. The space is dealing poorly with the children of Israel. The Lord ain't gonna take that. Like his anger is just get aroused, especially with us getting right. Now we getting our act right. Now the Lord like, hey, my woman acting right. I want her back. And then we trying to go back to the Lord. This devil trying, strong armors, haggle us like, nah, man, you mine, you beating on us. Hey, the Lord about to, the Lord said I'm gonna rise up on you. When the Lord rise up, it's gonna be a wrap. Ain't gonna be no ghost shape. Like Esau ain't gonna be give a bag of money or do this. Nah, man, the Lord gonna go straight wipe you on out.
Yeah, that's numbers. Was at 35. Shit, the blood that was shed. The only way it's gonna be cleansed by the blood of him who shed it. Yeah, Esau through. He said he should no more be called tender and delicate. Everybody looking at this dude like, nigga, what? Hey, man, nah, man, we about to destroy your ass. That's why the scripture said, hey, they gonna cut them off and they gonna be no more man or nephew, that they will not rise and fill this place of the earth with cities, man. Esau was through.
Us bringing this word out brings Esau sorrow because it's not good news for him. It's good news for us, it's the gospel to us, but not to Esau Edom. It's like us reading them as rights. We come out with this word. So that's why they want to stop us. I think you did a lesson on that. They want to stop us from being on the highway hedges. They got to put a stop to that because they probably pull up at their office, pull up a lesson in their algorithm, and they just run that whole day. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear that. Like, what you mean? So they try to bring vocab alone and all these other dudes trying to say they're not Esau Edom. Basically trying to undo the truth. But that ain't working because what they say, you can't do nothing against the truth, only for the truth. So you just bringing in more followers, more believers. So it's like, dang, Esau, you got to take your land down. And he don't want to take your land down. He want to kick and scream, and he think he can beat the Most High. So he's like, hey,
and this
wrong, homie.
And this is y'all pretty much busted down right here. Zechariah chapter 2 and verse 7, and it said, "Deliver thyself O Zion, that dwelleth with the daughters of Babylon. All right, and this is what we're talking about. The daughters of Babylon is America. Right? And I just brought that precept out, in Malachi the 3rd chapter, because Esau Edom trying to build a desolate place. This is a desolate place. And if you really think about everything that goes on in America, it actually outdid Sodom and Gomorrah. The thing that was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah, America tripled that. And so you can imagine how about y'all feel right about now. And so you'll be a fool to think that this place is going to continue on, And so this is verse 8. And going to when I mentioned that Esau Edom trying to put us in a chokehold, basically trying to keep the woman. All right, basically you touch the apple of the Lord's eye right there. So this is verse 8, and it said, "But thus said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, after the glory had he sent me unto the nation which spoils you, for he that touches you touches the apple of his eye." Right? And that going into that's gonna be that standard that's gonna be lifted up. Okay, because soon Esau even get rid of the 2/3, he's definitely gonna come after the remnant. Okay, and we know, and in verse 9 he said, "Behold," he said, "For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servant, and ye shall know that the Lord Yahweh of hosts has sent me." He said right there, and he said, "I will shake my hand upon him." Okay, and he said, "I'll shake my hand upon him," and he said, "Ye shall know that the Lord of hosts has sent me." And who is he gonna send? Okay, he gonna send Yahweh by Yahweh. He gonna send Yahweh Shah Mashiach. That's who he gonna send to go come get us out of the hands of Babylon, man. You got it out here.
I got one right here too. This is why Esau feeling it, because the Lord is starting to plague Esau to show him that you ain't the love. Jacob, like I was saying, Jacob, children of Israel, Yahshua, they're the beloved, not you. So I'm gonna destroy everything you done made, and that's just making Esau sad because they ain't disbelief. They thought sweet baby Jesus. Jesus love everybody. We're Jesus. They thinking they was descendants. They thinking they the people, and now they find out they not the people. We the people, and it's a dynamic that's bringing them great sorrow. So this is 2 Esdras 15:5. "Behold, said the Lord, I'll bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction." Verse 6. "For the wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled." So that right there, your hurtful works have been fulfilled, Esau. Because of like what I was saying earlier, all the wickedness that it did that exceedingly polluted the earth. And now all the other nations start to realize, oh, it's the white man that did that. You the one need to go. You the one need to be eliminated, and we doing it through the spirit. We call it Yahushua, who's really gonna clean Esau up. The white man really gonna be through. Because right now he's sending the plagues. They saying they ain't about to get back right. This place ain't coming back. Ain't no comeback for this place. You done lost trade deals. Your money is all up. The scams they used to use, like the Jordans and the Gucci, that's over with. Eve, like everybody's spending habits about to change. Eve don't want to comply with you no more. The 2/3 nigga Jake want to put a switch on you. He used to put a switch on his own people. I know there's not a little hard heads like, man, you know what? We need to go for that so-called white man. I'm like, oh, you don't want that, Esau, because that's all they do. They ain't got nothing else to live for. Them are zombies.
Yeah.
They're going to go right for Esau. So it's like it's too much coming at him that he can't handle. So when I look at these Edomite women, they're in sorrow, they sad. The Edomite man, he in sorrow, he sad. And there's no remedy for them. They don't have a place of repentance. I'm not going to get Hebrews 12:16. So we got a place of repentance. We can repent, come back to the Lord, and we got something to look forward to. The kingdom of heaven. Esau got slavery to look forward to. He ain't got nothing good to look forward to. He got his consolation right here, right now. He got the fattest earth right here. Going forward, the future, that's why I say look out the window, be darkened. The future is not good for Esau either. That's stressful. That's depressing. That's why they probably taking all kinds of depression medication right now. And now the Lord's saying, I'm going to take that from you. So they have no comfort. When they take Zoloft or Zoma, whatever little depression medication they take.
I got a point to back up what you just said about the China busting up Esau out with all the exotic goods and stuff, how he was doing. That's one of the things that was a shackle to Jake, was all of that stuff. And by China showing that it was all some bullshit, and now Jake got a way of getting what we always wanted, but we ain't got to have that shackle of all that money we had to spend. Esau ain't gonna like that, man. And that right there is just one of the ways that he's starting to lose.
And that cut his pockets.
Now Jake looking to get the Jordans for $10 a pop, and then he gonna be selling them for $60.
I see homeboy with a bed full of Jordans. He said he just got his package in from China. He got like every Jordan ever made on his bed lined up brand.
Probably for $100, man. Got out of there.
Borrow for $80. Borrow cheap if I go sell it like a bug. So that's what they do. The money go to Jake's pocket.
Yeah.
Not Esau's pocket. So Moab and Jake cut Esau out, the middleman out. So now Esau's pocket gonna get short. Jake's pocket's gonna get lighter. They're gonna save money for one. They ain't spend, like you said, they ain't spending all that money on their designer. Yeah. And then once you get it for the low, you can sell it to your people for the low. So then you make the money. So I'm like, that's a beautiful process right there. Just that one move.
Hey, but when TikTok got banned the first time, you know, like everybody, all Jakes, they went to Lemon 8, the one that's straight to China. They said for like the first week, it was just beautiful, the relationship we had with Moab. And then after a week, when the Edomites started showing up, remember, they was like, we're going to have to ban these white folks off Lemon 8. Because after a week, the motherfuckers about racism and all kind of shit. You know, we was having a good old time.
Like I said, I think it's called Red Note.
It was one of them. It was Red Note. It was Red Note.
Red Note. Yeah, it showed something too. A good thing you said about that, they did a lesson on it. It showed how China is ahead of Babylon the Great. Oh, matter of fact, Jake is now going over to China to start the business stuff. They showed up with that one Jake Osco Speed, famous YouTuber. He's showing China, and I'm hearing a lot. It's starting a trend. Now Jake wants to go to China and visit with Moab. So it's just cutting Esau out. The relationship is getting bad. Like, it's just looking bad for Esau. So I bet that made Esau more sorrowful too. Like, damn, look what I done did. Now Jake going over there. Now Jake going straight to get the resources. Straight to the land. Yeah, like Esau, that's bad for him, man. So they in sorrow, like, damn, now I can't get my super yacht. I can't send my daughter to college like I used to. I used to hit Jake over the head. Like me, I'm talking about that's a hell of a markup. It costs $10 to make. I'm selling to Jake for like I put $900 on it. That's why Esau living deliciously off of Jake. Jordan done cut all that out. It's cut out, man. So it's over with. China said, come buy my factories direct. Jake, you don't need Esau. So Esau at the table looking like, and they begging Jake, like, come on back. Jake ain't coming back, man. So that's why, look, Jake is starting to attack Esau. Yeah. We just seen it with the Carmelo Anthony, the Met crowd situation. Now Jake is going to attack Esau. Jake is not having that scared, Esau had Jake in a boy spirit. Man, now Jake like, man, I'll smash your butt, E.
Jake got podcast. There's a podcast. I don't know the guy's name, but he got a podcast where he literally at the beginning of every video he say, "This is the podcast where we hold racist white people accountable."
And then he's like, "That group chat."
I was like,
"That group." I would have seen that. And then you straight say that's a 2/3 saying this. See, the 2/3 is saying that. Hey, it's a wrap for Esau because they used to be scared of Esau. They'll attack the Jake.
Yeah, that's that spirit that the Lord put on Jake, man. Because through our slavery, hey man, we stronger than Esau. So the Lord put that spirit on us to be scared of him. Now the Lord taking that off, and Jake over there like, hey man, then you the weaker one now. Man, we coming for you.
Smash you out, you know. And that's that, like you said, that's their curse lifting up. So the curse is lifting up, man. That means we getting free. Like I said, a yoke coming off our neck. And that puts a great sorrow on Esau. And we all know when Esau gets the sorrow and stress, what does he do? He gonna look to shed blood. So we gotta look for that, man. We gotta be circumspect because that's why that wrath coming down. He like, damn, I done lost my money. I done lost my control over Jake. I done lost everything I had going. And you know what I'm saying? All I got left is my gun over here. I gotta use it. It's like they're coming for me. He gonna be paranoid. You know, you see a group of Jakes walking down the street. I gotta get my gun. Don't even just stay away from me. You know what I'm saying? That they're scared. They was already scared. Now Esau terrified. You know, so we get that point, man. It's about to be beautiful for us, but we gotta watch out for Esau, man. We gotta watch out for E. Is he gonna be looking for that blood? Because they know they gotta turn the corner. I gotta get back. You know, I gotta get back on top of Jake some type of way. And we all know, like you're not gonna get back on top of Jake. It's gonna be a fight.
You gotta come with that great ride.
Yeah.
Come with that sword.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a fight because E, 2/3 Jake, they don't want to do it no more. We've been, waiting on them. The open let we've been having rulership mindset. We've been not liking Esau, so we leading the pack. Now the 2/3 is now on that same little wave, same little trend. And that ain't like, as I say, I think it's the hope elect is just bringing the whole vibration of the nation up all the way. Now they ain't gonna have the covenant of the Lord, so they're just gonna be like, they just gonna be like a buffer. Esau, he gonna have the opportunity to get at them, and that's gonna lead to his pride. Like once he knock off a little Ray and knock off a couple of Jakes, then he gonna think, oh, I can get the hopeful leg too, and that's gonna say the standard get lifted up.
Yeah, two-thirds, they ain't gonna be able to get away from their carnality. That's what's gonna draw them away from the 1/3. We're gonna remain spiritual, but when the 2/3 get pumped up and want to get away from, they're gonna use carnal ways to do it.
The sword, we saw a blessing.
This is to bag you up. This is Revelation 11, 12 and 12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heaven and them that dwell therein, dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil coming down unto you having great wrath, because he knows that he had but a short time.
Hear that? He knows he had but a short time. And his time is short based on everything we've been saying throughout the lesson. His money is drying up, his relationships is drying up, his power is drying up. That's gonna lead to that great wrath. Because he saw, like I was saying earlier, he got that God complex. He thought that he really was God. He thought because he could manipulate the weather, manipulate DNA, he thought he was the man. Now the Lord showing Esau that he not the man. And when you thought you was the man and then you find out you're not, I know that some people can't take that good. It's like watching a Hall of Fame football player be, on top. Then when they get old, their skills decline. Like, you look at LeBron James, like why he's struggling, because he still want to be number one option. Like, bro, you're not that no more. Right. You need to be the second or the third. And that's their ego kicking up. And that's Esau. Like, I can't take second, third place. I've always been first. Always dominant. I'm the first option. You mean tell me the people that are on the crowd about to go over me? No, man. No. I got to do the sword. We're gonna use he gonna push all his buttons. UN troops, this army, this what's it, military exile drills, Rex 84, King Alfred, Gordon Splice, run it all. Everything, drones, use the super soldiers, use the Terminators, everything we got to dispose of, hit them with it, man. And I hope that's gonna work.
And that just shows how great and prideful these devils is. Because that's why he said, just like I said, he said they hope they're gonna work. That's the pride of the devil. What y'all about me y'all say about pride? He said pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. And that's Esau even to the fullest. And this is why they're gonna fall, is because of that great pride that they have, man. They use that pride to destroy not only Yasser Allah, they destroy the whole world. Y'all about me outside said I will destroy them, which destroys the earth. And this is what you're gonna see happening to these damn devils, man.
I got a quick one to bag y'all up. And this is the brother Tay Yasser quoted it. This is Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
We wait on that. That's like one of my favorite precepts right there. So we invite Esau to come down with great wrath. Like that precept right there, the Lord said gonna lift up the standard. Because the Lord want to flex on Esau. He just waiting on the appropriate time to do it. And the appropriate time to do it is when Esau come down with that wrath, thinking he gonna destroy the children of Israel. The Lord like, no, I got hope for elect. I got those, I got plans for. You're not gonna get those. I'm about to show you that I love those by giving you these spiritual powers and these gifts they're gonna use to replenish the planet Earth. And you're gonna see that. That's gonna be when the supernatural gonna kick in. Something that Esau, his AI can't explain. Like AI might blow a fuse trying to explain why this Jake flew up in the air and he can fly, and this Jake got super strength, and this Jake can manipulate matter. Like ain't no computing on that. That's something that's out of this world.
I will make you a battle axe and weapons of war.
And that right there, we just described the difference between the 2/3 and the 1/3. Because the 2/3, just like I just mentioned earlier, is they gonna come with carnal means. As the scripture says, weapons of our warfare are not carnal. All right, so basically, the hope elect, the people of Yahweh they're gonna wait on Yahweh Shah to come back, right? And this is one of my favorite precepts right here. This is Darkened chapter 3 and verse 8. And it said, therefore, wait ye upon me. All right, that's what the hope elect is doing. We're suffering and we're waiting on Yahweh Shah to come and lift up that standard. Right? And it says the Lord Yahweh Shah until the day that I rise up to the praise. Right? He said until the day that I rise up to the praise. And that day is slowly but surely is coming. All right? And he said, for my determination is to gather the nations that I may assemble the kingdom to power upon that I may assemble the kingdom to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
Ooh, I like that right there, man. Lord said He's gonna fight on our behalf. And see that the preacher you just brought out, that brings sorrow to Esau Edom. That brings, a lot of sorrow, despair. When he gets depressed, then he gonna lash out violently because it's not good for him. That's why I'm looking for them out in the ban the Bible based on the truth you pull out, because they don't bring the precepts up in the black church.
Yeah.
Christianity, they don't bring precepts up like that. You don't hear stuff like that.
I got to read this verse 9 too, because since you said that, this is Zephaniah chapter 3 and 9. And he said, then will I turn to the people a pure language. That's a cut to because you said the false prophet, going to false prophet with IUIC who said the Hebrew Israelites is Ebonic. We don't know the Heavenly Father's name until we get the kingdom. No, we got the name right now, and so the Lord's gonna destroy them as well too. All right. Oh, hold on.
It's starting now. It's just now you got Esau's false camp fighting against the spirit, trying to put Jake back in that old wine bottle. We getting it back. Like we talking about that was. I think me and you was talking about that, the language, like you play the Hebrew, the Kazakh, you know what I'm saying? The Ruwad, the Yad, all of that. It's coming back. Baba Kushah. Like we know some of you say Shalom all the time. So it's coming back. It ain't all the way complete, but it's coming back. And then you got Esau's camps trying to stop the building, the hireling. Right. He's trying to scatter the sheep and we ain't going for it.
And that's the food. I love how you said that, the hireling. They're hired by Esau Edom, the so-called white man. And so this is what we talking about. We're prophesying the downfall of all of Esau Edom's kingdom. Everything that represents Esau Edom is being cast down. Because after you go into that Revelation, was it I think you read up between Revelation 12 and 12 because it says the old serpent, the devil who deceives the whole world, and it said he was cast out and his angels were cast out with him. That IUIC represents the angels of Esau Edom because you go to the meaning of angel, it means messenger. Right? And so that's why I'm gonna read that again. It said Zephaniah 3 and 9, it says, for then will I turn to the people a pure language that they may call upon the name of the Lord and serve him with one consent.
Indeed. That's why that pure language is so important. You got to call him the Lord in his real name. In the Paleo Hebrew, you can't say Jesus saved me. People ain't gonna be saved as calling Jesus. That's gonna be offensive. Like that, what's that one she sang it bland? Yeah. That's the last thing she said. For the police, he took off on her face. I think, hey, you know what? That move right there, I think lost Esau the sway over Eve.
Oh yeah.
When she called the police and Esau came over there and shot her in the face in her own house. Yeah. I remember that. Esau lost a whole lot.
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
And he shot her in her face, man. And I think after that, Esau really lost his sway over the Israelite woman. Because it showed we was trying to tell Eve. And so that right there put in everybody's face. That was big. Right. And Esau lost it after that. The police force, like, they don't respect the Edomite police force, man. Because they'll unalive you for no reason. He tried to say, she's going to throw some hot grease, she's going to throw some hot water. Like, you could have backed her. You had to step on her face. Yeah, something like that. Back around, you shouldn't be that scared. That's so he wanted to do that anyway. There was a reason he wanted to unalive her. Because when Esau signed for the police force, that's their fantasy. They think about that every night. But they get riled up with me, I'm gonna blam on them.
That's Michael 2 and 1, because they can't go to sleep without doing mischief.
All right. And see, that's them losing, really. That's them losing their wisdom. They're not like ruling deceit no more. I'm gonna bring this up right here. Another by Jeremiah. This is bringing that despair and that sorrow because they ain't got it no more. This is Obadiah 1 and 8. Shall I not in that day, said the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and the understanding of the amount of Esau. So these fools can't even rule no more. They don't have no more wisdom. They can't get down like their grandpa got down. Their grandpa, he was kind of slick. He was cunning with his moves. Like, we're going to steal right here. We're going to do this right here. And then we're going to dominate. Now we got these new age Edomites, and they like Donald Trump. They just dumb as hell. Yeah. They're ruining everything their grandpa set up.
That's why the scripture says children shall rule over thee.
Yeah.
Nah, they're at the child level. And a good thing you can say that is look at Donald Trump. He's like a 7-year-old, and he's at the highest seat in Babylon the Great, and he's handling like a 7-year-old. You didn't need to do no dang trade war. You need to build your relationships up with other countries to strengthen it. Not set up for him like, nigga, my country better. Nigga, I don't need you, nigga. The country trying to like, oh yeah? Yeah? Okay. Let me show you what's up. Let me show you the little homie.
We've been here 500 generations.
Yeah, 5,000 years. Man. He said we've been here 5,000 years. You only been here for 200. Let me show you how it's really done. Now they losing all their little merchandise, food, losing everything. I think it's at the point. I think ain't no turning back. I think now they like, man, you know I don't need you. Go ahead, do what you gonna do.
The point of no return.
Yeah, I think at the point of no return now. I think ain't no putting it back in the box. You said it earlier. Once they cat out, it's out. Ain't no put it back in the box. Ain't no I'm sorry. Here's a I'm sorry package. Like, baby, let's get back together, baby. I think it's over with, man. I think that, like you said, I think the divorce is final. China, everybody, like I said, we're just waiting for the G20 summit to see how the European countries handle Esau Edom.
While they mug him while he's going in, and they got him all the way in the back, nigga, not in the front like they used to have.
I want to see if they're going to shoulder bump him. Nigga, your whack ass. You know, so
everybody doing secret handshakes and leaving Babylon the Great out.
I better not say, if I see Putin, and one of your pick up doing a little, I'm a cracker.
Hey, we seen Putin in the Arabs.
Yeah.
They were like, Trump right there looking like, I'm linking up.
Man, that was the shit, too. That didn't look sick. Hey, it's really over there. Yeah, it's over there, man. You done lost your oil. You need the oil. You done lost your oil. You about to lose your food, medication. Hey, Baba, they about to lose everything.
The dollar is shit. The bricks over there got currency coming up with back on gold.
Man.
That's that precept with Proverbs 11:4 when it said the richest prophet not in the day of wrath.
Man. So hey, it's about to be that. That's gonna lead to sorrow. I think Nebraska's supposed to go broke, lose their crop. They done lost their workers. Because he done deported and got rid of all the we call them immigrants, the northern tribe. So now you ain't got no workers. So the farming industry about to collapse based on Trump's policies. That leads to the farmers. They feeling that sorrow. So they about to lose all kind of bread, money. Oh, they was balling off the subsidies. Trump got rid of that. Project 2025.
A lot of the government workers being kicked out.
Yeah, government, you know, ease off pride. I work for the government. I'm just not that. That's over with. And that's gonna lead to chaos. Because we don't know just how much them industries was valuable to the health of this place. So it's about to be all bad for Esau, man. It's coming down, y'all.
Yeah, it's pouring down bad. Woo! This first time we had this much rain when we got here.
God, where we at?
Yeah, we
passed out.
Yeah.
Y'all got more people? I ain't got no more. We about to close up then.
All right, man. So, Lord willing, this is edified, man. So, turn to these. We give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Ba'ashem. All right, Tawada for tuning in. Tawada for tuning in.
Lord willing, man. I'll holler at y'all next week.